guys, so I'm going to be doing another comparison video. Probably put this up with the other one I did, which was, I think it was Starlight versus Huge Revolution. So I'm probably going to be pairing this with that. I don't want to only be doing duels. I'm probably going to be doing some TCG news, but right now it's kind of the off season of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of going to be starting back up when Cosmo comes out. Probably gonna be doing some Pokemon, possibly a little bit of League of Legends, Minecraft, maybe. Doubt it. Yeah. Alright, so spell and trap removal is important. There's a lot of conditional stuff, and there's not so conditional stuff. The most common non-conditional spell removers are Mystical Space Typhoon, which is at times meant even at 1, Dust Tornado, not sure about this one, and a much newer addition, Night Beam. I doubt that this is the TCG artwork. Really doubt it. Yeah. OCG for sure. Okay. So, let's look over what kind of spells these are. This is a quick play spell card. This is a normal trap card. And this is a normal spell card. What does that mean? It means that both of these cards can be used in your opponent's turn. This cannot. Dust Tornado has the added effect that once you do, you can set a spell or trap card from your hand, regardless of what turn it is. One thing that people enjoy doing is what they call N-phased MST, which can also apply to Dust Tornado. And that is, in the N phase, you target one of the cards they set and you destroy it with your Mystical Space Typhoon or Night Beam, as they cannot chain due to or even if it is a quick play spell card, they cannot chain a trap, they cannot chain anything, as it has just been set, so its effect cannot be activated, and you get to get rid of it without the worry that it will be chained, such as something like Compulsory Evacuation Device. Now, Mystical Space Typhoon is a spell. That means that it can be activated during your turn or your opponent's turn, making it very versatile. Dust Tornado cannot be activated on the turn you want to, only the next one, though it has the added effect of setting one spell or trap from your hand. This makes Mystical Space Typhoon a very good card compared to Dust Tornado, unless of course you're using a lot of traps or quick play spells. In the case where Dust Tornado would be a much better card, as if you do it during your opponent's turn, you'll have a trap ready for your own turn, such as Compulsory Evacuation Device, or other things that you most likely will be activating during your own turn rather than your opponent's, such as Jar of Greed as well. Now that those two are out of the way, in most cases Mystical Space Typhoons can be your best bet, as it is available to you during your own turn and your opponent's turn, while Dust Tornado is only it cannot be activated the turn you set it. Night Beam. This is the outlier. You can target one set spell or trap card your opponent controls. Destroy that target. Your opponent cannot activate the targeted card in response to this card's activation. Alright. These both say just one spell or trap. Well, this says that your opponent controls, so Mystical Space Typhoon can also destroy your own, which is nice if you really need it, like in Infernities or something like that. This is your opponent. Night Beam has to be set, but there's the other effect makes it actually versatile, and that would be your opponent cannot activate the targeted card in response to this card's activation. Well, what does that mean, you might ask? Kiwi, what does that mean? Alright, what does that mean? That means that if your opponent has a Compulsory Evacuation Device set, as you will be activating this during your own turn, not theirs, as this is not a quick play spell card, it means that they cannot chain it. Any card that they have, such as a burn card, a compulse, and many other cards, they cannot activate in response. And that can help you a lot. Another card I know is Nobleman of the Extermination. That is barely used. Both the Nobleman cards, this card I believe is at 1 because it is still a good card, just fell out of play. This was Nobleman of the Extermination. Destroy and remove from play one face down Speller Trap card. If it was a trap card, both players must remove from play all cards in their deck with the same name. I don't trust that because many traps are standard these days. So if I remove, if I remove his like Solemn Warning, then both my Solemn Warnings will be gone. Or if I remove his Compulsory or something like that, then not gonna be in good shape. And besides, removing from play a Speller Trap isn't that great because nobody runs Magical Stone Excavation. Night Beam. So really, I'd say Dust Tornado doesn't really even fit in as it's not a very good card. But I think Night Beam definitely has its perks because if you know your opponent is playing something like Counter Fairies, then this card will ruin them. Overall, Mystical Space Typhoon is probably the better card in my opinion. Night Beam definitely has options because it can be very good considering you can completely shut down what your opponent's trying to do and not let them get a response off. Whereas with Mystical Space Typhoon, they can just chain it and you can end up going very minus. So that's my analysis on spell removing cards, and I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something from it. So as a review, Night Beam, Mystical Space Typhoon, I believe are the best ones you can pull off. Nope, Rhythm Extermination and Dust Tornado are other options. Both have their perks, in my opinion. MST and Night Beam are still your best options, and have a good day. Thank you for watching.